Hello there, Golf Freak here, and welcome back to some more Civ 5 as Indonesia, where we last left off. I've pretty much pulled ahead of everybody. And we're just going to go for the science victory. I highly doubt I'm going to get a culture victory. I think we're still quite a ways away from all that. Familiar, I mean, Rome is the biggest. Hey, we're pretty close. If I had enough to throw over to Rome, we definitely have enough eventually, but I don't know if it'll be before I win tech-wise. Let's see. I want so many things. I want to get rid of the embargo city-states, but I'm making enough money, and I've got it, so that doesn't really matter too much. World's Fair doesn't hurt with the free social policy, the fact that it'll be over really quickly. I could probably get the world ideology passed. Historical landmarks is also very good. Let's go historical landmarks. Sciences funding? Wow, historical landmarks may not pass without my help. No, may not. It's hard to tell, because it shows 100% of what they'll vote for if there was only one available. People with the pointiest six. The pointiest six. The pointiest sticks. I'm in 5th place? What? I've got like one ship. One good ship, anyway. Apparently, I can no sprechen de English. One of those days, I guess. "14 turns? Really?" All cost the same. So that's 2 will be done in the same amount of time as the 1. Give or take. SS booster. SS engine. That's 28 turns. Or I could potentially build it up here. "25 still technically faster, but not faster. Do I already have a nuclear plant here? No, I have a solar plant here. It's still that long. So it's 25 instead of 36. No, 28. So it's only slightly faster. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This will be the same no matter what. So, rather build it here. Are we no longer getting open borders from Rome? Gosh darn it.
Kuiduis. Ediam. Non potes esse grau.
That is totally a fair deal. Okay. Who's the next on my list then? England. Actually, I just dawned on me, if I do this instead, where I buy the spaceship factory, I can have the part built quicker. So it gotta be less than 27 turns, which it was already. That'll really drop my time to finish the game. At least this way. Do we not have open borders with you either? Ash,
You were saying?
darn it. Open borders for open borders.
Of course.
Apparently everybody hates me.
I think we agree.
Finally, I have religion in my capital.
Poco però a te considerando.
I like how he's like, I will give you my borders for anything, but you give me 1 gold for yours. I mean, there's not much else to do till we get everything built. Yeah, another great scientist.
Espero que este trato reciba su bendición. Rehusamos.
ענוג חשב דיבר וידעתי. תיסופה, פלטה.
Fine, fine, whatever. It's not a big deal to me.
ענוג חשב דיבר וידעתי.
Sure, give me all the money. I don't care.
I think we agree.
Let's go ahead and attach these up. And they denounce me instantaneously. That's not really that surprising.
Би мөгөөмөр зам байн гаргадаггүй.
Man, I don't have that big of a point lead in this game, though, actually. Probably just because of the way the map is, but... still. Yay! My recent proposal... That was a while ago. What are you guys doing? What's the other proposal? Sciences funding? Yay! Just keep on doing what you're doing, guys, because it's going fine. should be enough to at least pass the landmarks.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse, dass ihr dieses Angebot
Jeez, everyone's backstabbing everybody. What the heck? Why can't we all just get along? They both passed. Bummer. We get 8 turns. Yeah, there's no way that's going to be faster. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Eight more turns. And I think let's go ahead and make this one a little bit long.
Gelin pazarlığa tutuşalım. Hoşunuza gitti.
Ano khashandi
Би мөгөөмөр занг байн гаргадаггүй.
Expecting some kind of notification. I wasn't paying attention. As I'm sure none of you are by this point, because it's pretty much over. Which is the one thing about Civ that is kind of like, I don't know, I find that most of my games, the ending is the most boring part, because it's just shooting for it. And it's obvious usually when you're gonna win. And I mean, I usually can tell like 100 turns beforehand because I just think that far ahead, I guess. Whether or not my victory is assured. It's just what I mean. It's impossible, I think, to avoid, so long as there is a set victory. The only thing I can think of that would make it interesting would be where, I mean, like, ultimately the way I want to play this game is more like a scenario than an actual game of Civ, because I want to be in a position where I can still solidly win, but then again, I want to be attacked by like a massive army, but not one that I couldn't match in size if I went down that route. And that's probably the biggest issue I have, is that the AI can build not only twice as much an army as me, but they can supply 4 times as much because they have more gold, they have more of everything, they have better units. And that's why higher difficulties for me just hold no, like, there's no interest, because it's not fun. At a point, it becomes unfun. And I find that the higher the difficulty gets, the less I like combat, because it's just, it's to me anyway, it's detrimental. Because on huge maps, if I was playing on a standard map, I'd be a little more inclined to do it. Not a whole lot more. But because there's so many people, it's just impractical to do anything else. I don't want that.
Gelin pazarlığa tutuşalım. Hoşunuza gider mi?
Hey, it's in the atomic era. Welcome. Oh gosh. I didn't just get a tech lead in this game, I just destroyed. So part of it is the growth. Part of it is that the AI, I mean, like, this is more of a map that I'm inclined to play on a higher difficulty, due to the fact that they just can't expand as much. Get out of there. I don't need you. You're not needed. You're not wanted. Alright, next turn. So I actually kind of min-maxed that in terms of my own production, because I'm not going to be able to add these to the same turn anyway. So what turn is it? 542? That is, I mean, we're not even 2/3 of the, or, well, we are. We're just over 2/3 of the way through the turns. That's a really fast win, especially for a science victory. There we go. The JavaScript. Oh, that's funny.
You have achieved victory through mastery of science.
Java fruit. And then JavaScript is a programming language, ironically enough, one that I am learning. Anyway, demographics. First place in everything except for land, which I'm 6th in, and soldiers, which I'm 4th in. Abraham Lincoln, I mean, I don't have a lot of cities. That's kind of to be expected. But if we take a peek at the replay, if it'll ever load in, which would be quite lovely. There we go. Graphs. I want the map. You already have second cities out by turn 50. And I get mine out at turn... Wow. 160. I focus really heavily on my capital, which is part of that reason. But after that, it was just... Yeah, look at that. Just spreading everywhere. So by about a third of the way through the game, I had most of my cities out. But that's it. This is the type of map that does that. So next game, it's going to be difficulty 8 as Poland. I will probably be live streaming every time I play and then uploading consequent episodes. Chances are I will be live streaming Thursdays, Fridays, or Saturdays. Usually I prefer to record on Thursdays for the prior week, so that's what I'll basically be doing. And that if I can get the live stream working, ultimately it's the software hardware dynamic is a bit much. Unfortunately, the easiest way for me to live stream is also the worst way for me to record videos. It uses the exact same program, which is great, except that it records it at about a third the quality. And I do not like that. I couldn't, for example, I did a Fistful of Frag stream, and I couldn't even read the kill feed. It was just that bad, even in 1080p. And to me, that quality is just not good enough. So I'm trying to find other methods, and I haven't found one that I really like yet. But it's work. I'm working on it. Anyway, so it'll be difficulty 8 as Poland. I'm not going to promise it, but possibly a live stream. There will be there should be an announcement. I'll make the event public, and it will be probably created the day before. And once again, it'll be Thursday through Saturday. Will probably when I record it. As to what I'm going to do, especially, I'm not going to go for Oceania, but I'm probably going to go for a less land map that can still support legendary resources. So whatever I find, maybe small continents or something like that, if that will work. But that's the main idea, and the idea is that I'm not going to more or less limit the amount that the AI can expand. Because if we look at the end of this game, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Arabian cities. That's ridiculous. Or 14. That's ridiculously tiny. They would have far more than that. And I really wish, what I would really like, this is the problem I have with the difficulty, is I would really like the amount of cities that they have in Civilization 5 difficulty 8, but with no bonuses, which is why a scenario is probably a better thing for me for what I want. But then again, it's the same thing every time. So it's like a catch-22. I can't actually get what I want because what I want is unrealistic. So yeah, anyway, I guess that's about it. So thank you all very much for watching, and God bless.